What have been some of your favorite theater collaborations?
The one that comes to my mind immediately is a piece called Don Cristóbal, Billy Club Man, which was a collaboration I did with a wonderful puppeteer, theater maker, Erin Orr. I approached her, 6 years ago, with a real deep love of Lorca's poetry, a desire to do something. I had set a bunch of Lorca's poems to music, and I wanted to do a puppet opera with her. So I brought her some music, I brought her some poetry, I brought her some very little known puppet plays by Lorca. We know him as like a great, tragedian, but we don't know, many people don't know that he wrote these wonderful little puppet plays, very traditional and experimental. Most of them deal with this character, Don Cristóbal, who's the Spanish version of Punch. And so they're part like traditional Punch and Judy show, with all this slapstick humor, and you're kind of ribald and, and violent and lusty. And then there are these very surreal, beautiful, strange, Lorca-esque like interludes in them where we kind of open up into these poetic worlds. And he's suggesting that there's more to this caricature than the audience sees within the frame of this little theater. That he has this offstage life. And we became really fascinated with this idea and decided to create a piece in which we explore the offstage life of this character. And the more we went into it, the more we realized that he was in a real struggle with his role, and he wanted to escape the theater. And he was really in love with his lady, Rosita, and he really wanted to run off with her, and he wanted to float up on a little cloud with her and sing to the moon, and that he was not built for that, and he couldn't escape the theater, and that this longing, this pursuit of this other, poetic self actually led to him becoming broken, having to be sent to his puppet maker in the middle of the woods and get his little gears and wooden heart replaced, only to start again this cycle, which would certainly result in his little heart being ground down to sawdust again and him breaking down again. So it was like this funny and deeply tragic story that we explored with an amazing group of like 15 actors, musicians, puppeteers, singers, and we developed it really kind of slowly and very delicately over many years. We started developing it in the Here Arts in Residence program. So we did some work in progress showings there. We did a preliminary production in 2011 at Con Edison Composer-in-Residence, and then we were invited to do the show again just this past February and March at the Abrams Arts Center. So we were able to even deepen it further. And the amazing thing about this collaboration, there are many amazing things about it. Like one of them was that the crew of people that we began working with 6 years ago, many of them were still in the most recent production. So we had this crew that was really deep in the piece for 6 years. And so I feel like that's a very rare experience to have, especially in this city, to have a crew of people that can really be like devoted to a project for that amount of time and to go as deep in it as they did. And they helped us create the show too. Much of the offstage world pieces of the show were created by actors kind of improvising within that world, and so a lot of the dialogue came from them, and actions and ideas came. It was very, very ensemble created piece. It was really beautiful, and we hope that it will continue to have more life. Actually, I really want to tour it to Spanish-speaking countries, because there's a lot of Spanish in the show, and I feel like it'd be really wonderful to tour it there.